Yes, we saw some of it yesterday. We saw it yesterday, but in all reality, he needs, he needs some time. And I'm also good. Yes, he has to take some of the blame. Not all of the blame is his, though, Ike. Not all of it. Some of it is his. It's like 50-50. Would you agree, Nikki?
Mm, I'd probably say 75-25. Because 4 of the sacks, yeah, I guess they were his fault. I agree with Ike on that.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I agree, too.
So 4 out of 6 being his fault, 2 being the O-line's fault, yeah, 75-25.
Well, yeah, but what I'm
But
saying...
if the offensive line does not step up, it's not going to matter who's under center.
You're correct.
You could go back to having Peyton as the quarterback. If they don't step up,
We're not going
it's not going to matter.
Exactly. I mean, oh, excuse me. And that's the only thing that I saw that was really bad was our O-line. Defense looked really good. Our receivers were good, except for they were covered like you know what.
Mm-hmm. Like flies on a river.
Like white on rice. That's what my mama used to say. And that's the Mexican side of us, because we use rice in almost everything. But I mean,
yes, like he does need to learn to throw the ball away. He's got to get that release time down.
Yes, and I agree. That's one flaw that he has, and that's something that he can easily work on with more practice. More practice.
But the funny part is that Simeon holds onto the ball longer than Paxton does.
That is true.
It's like 0.2 seconds of a difference.
Yes, because they did talk about that. I don't remember the exact time. Do you know?
It's like 2.6 seconds and 2.4 seconds.
Okay, so the release time is not too much different, right?
No, not at all. Like I said, it's like 200ths of a second.
But I mean, and overall, Lynch. I'm not gonna. Okay, what would you grade Lynch yesterday?
Yesterday's performance?
Yes.
Like a C minus.
See, I was gonna give him a straight C.
2.4 and 2.1. There we go. Thank you, Ike.
Thank you, Ike. I couldn't remember the exact. I remember they talked about the time, the release time. I just couldn't remember the exact numbers. So, but still, that's still not horribly different either.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, under 2 last week.
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't help us yesterday.
Very true. I mean, for some reason, he looked good last week.
Yeah.
And he just looked kind of poopy yesterday. But, on a positive note, he has a lot. There's room for improvement, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of time to improve.
Exactly. I mean, when Ike and I were talking earlier, he's still a baby. Any way you look at it, he's still a baby. His first year. I mean, that's still something to be proud of. I mean, your first year, and you get to start a game and play the full game.
Yeah.
That's a huge accomplishment. Okay, that's enough of the quarterback. What do you think about our defense?
If I had to give the defense a grade, I'd probably go B minus. Because they're not the defense that I'm used to seeing.
And see, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the exact same thing. They weren't a solid A at all.
No.
They only had 2.
And see, I could say the defense was better this week than last week. I disagree.
I disagree too. The defense was better last week than it was this week. I mean, we had 2 sacks. One with my daughter Kaylee, her man Ray. That's what we call him. And then your man got a sack.
Yep.
And so it's like, really? And I was really bummed that Talib did not get a pick. I think that's his first game without a pick since we started this season. No pick.
think Tampa's defense was better than Atlanta's?
Oh, nuh-uh. I disagree.
I disagree too, because this is, the defense that we saw yesterday was, like I said, was the defense that came into yesterday with only 4 sacks.
Yeah, their defense was on. Atlanta's defense was solid. Any way you look at it, their defense was solid. I mean,
Yesterday.
Yeah. What did I say?
They were solid yesterday. They weren't solid the rest of the year.
Well, but see, they're 4-1 as well. And oh gosh, who did Atlanta play last week? They played the Panthers and slaughtered. Well, not really slaughtered them, but it was 48-33 last week.
Yeah, and of course, Carolina's defense is not that good.
Oh, no, you're exactly correct on that one, my dear. But I mean, still, to me, Atlanta's defense was really on point. I mean, we couldn't do nothing without somebody being right there in your face. If you get what I mean, we didn't have a run game whatsoever.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It just, and overall that game, it wasn't horrible. I mean, they started coming, the boys started coming back in the fourth quarter. I wish they started coming back first quarter. The stinkers that they are. What is, the Falcons gave up 24.5 points a game. He's over here trying to argue with us, girl.
I know he
is. I love you, but you're a turd.
Well, and the funny part is that, they have a high-flying offense. Matt Ryan is a great quarterback.
Yes.
And we held them to 15 points. So the defense did have some of the job done.
You are correct.
But I'm used to them putting a lot more pressure on the quarterback, getting the sacks, the hurries, forcing fumbles. And they just didn't do that yesterday. I was disappointed with the defense. I was disappointed with the offense. But either way you look at it, win, lose, or tie, I'm a Bronco fan. I bleed orange and blue. I'm not calling for Coop's head. I'm not calling for Paxton's head. It's one game.
And see, I'm like you. I bleed orange and blue from the womb to the tomb. I've been a fan, and I will continue being a fan. Like you said, It's one game. It's okay. We're fine. We're still fine.
And I think a loss humbles the team, so it's okay.
It is. It really is okay. Is Matt Ryan elite?
I wouldn't say he's elite, Mike, but he is a very good quarterback, especially when you have, Julio Jones. That's an amazing weapon to have, an amazing target on the team.
Well, and see, I can't even say his name right. Julio Jones only had 29 receiving yards yesterday.
Yeah, because he was covered well.
Well, and that was great because, our boys were smart on covering him.
Yeah.
I mean, they did not let him get very far down that field. And I'm not going to lie, that was scaring me for a minute when I saw highlights of his last game against Carolina. Granted, Carolina is kind of a poo this season, but watching him, I was like, holy cow, we better have coverage on him. And the boys did it. Harris Jr. to leave, even Roby out there. Somebody else was out there too, if I remember correctly. But I mean, it's like, but and overall, I think the game, I would probably give it a C. No, maybe a B minus for the overall game yesterday.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
I mean, it wasn't an A, but it wasn't an F either.
No.
I just hope that they learn from this, and Thursday we are shining like a freaking star.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I was going to say that. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Thank you. Shine bright like a diamond. Great. I'm going to go to bed, start singing.
On Julio, though. He was covered well enough that they didn't keep double coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I agree there was no double coverage on him, but he was still covered. I mean,
Yeah.
he only,
They didn't need to do double coverage on him.
and like I said, what did I say? Gosh dang it.
I mean, the first pass they called the pass interference on him.
Yeah, because,
Offensive pass interference.
like I said, receiving yards, he only got 29, so the boys covered him enough.
Yeah. They didn't have to double cover him.
Yeah. And Ike's right. It was a learning game, basically. I agree. It was a learning game last night or yesterday. I just, and I know you probably will agree with me too, that hopefully they take this loss and be like, okay, this is what we need to fix. This is what we need to do better.
Yeah. Like I said, it humbles a team to take a loss like that. It's not like they got blown out.
Like New England and Buffalo. Sorry.
Yeah. It was a touchdown.
We put up points. Granted, it was all in the fourth quarter. Most of it was in the fourth quarter, but we still put up points.
Exactly.
But, all right, Mama. I can't think of anything else.
No, but I think, because we're doing a show Thursday, so,
Yeah.
I don't want to give any predictions or anything on that San Diego game.
You don't want to do predictions for that?
No, because aren't we doing a show before the game?
Yeah, I don't know. Are we doing it before or after? It's totally up to you. I'm up for
I
anything.
think both, right? Before and after?
I don't know.
Before and
Ike, are we doing a show before and after or what? Woohoo.
Hey, boss man.
Ikey poo. Yeah, probably. Well, while we're waiting for our boss to reply, let's go ahead and do a rundown of the week, girlfriend.
Alright, well, of course, Monday night, you have Sports Live with IPN, myself, Nikona Miller, and special guest, Brooke Beeghly. And to see you guys know, we will be on Thursday. We're trying to decide if we're going to do 2 shows or 1. If we do 2, we'll be on before the Broncos game and then after.
We'll let you guys know for sure.
Correct.
All right, and now Tuesday, we got 2 shows. In the morning is David with Why the Blues. He does it every Tuesday mornings. Please come check him out. He's still fairly new, so he needs all the love and support. And then tomorrow night, I will be with Deborah for part 2 of the 2-hour season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. So we'll be talking about the second hour of Fear the Walking Dead. And we're getting all hyped up and ready for The Walking Dead, which is in about less than 2 weeks. What? We're so excited. All right, what's going on Wednesday, girl?
Wednesday, you have the round with Desiree and Anissa. Desiree, a.k.a. D. Marie Love.
Those girls are fun to listen to, you know that.
They sure are.
They're so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you know they have a special guest coming, don't you?
I do. She was on Vampire Diaries.
And Harold, oh my, I quit. Can't talk. I got something to tell. I'm done. I'm not talking no more. I'm done. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. And if I remember her name correctly, I think it's Gabrielle Walsh.
Yes.
Okay. That's a very, very special guest. I'm actually excited to listen to this show.
Yeah, I'm excited because famous people.
I know, right? We act like we're fangirls now. Famous people are coming on our show. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, bedtime's like screaming. Okay, and now we're back on Thursday, and like Nikki has stated, it will be a special sports night because the Broncos are playing Thursday night at San Diego, and we're still waiting for Boss to give us if we're doing it before or after or both. But I promise we'll let you guys know. And if you haven't noticed, some of you guys I've been doing Facebook Live videos to get you guys all ready. Nikki said, Brooke, you do it. So I did it. She's going to do it next time.
Yeah, I'll do it next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it like Ike, though, and I'm going to not be on the camera.
Oh, you know what, you two? Man, see, I got some guts and I did it.